Since the beginning, it hasn't changed yet. Some people fly high, begin to lose sight. You can't see very clearly when you're in flight. It's high time as you found the same people you misuse on your way up. You might meet up on your way down. Vintage wines from the year 62. It's your thing, it's your thing, it's your thing, it's what pleases you. You got to frown when you cross town. You think it's an honor, girl, just to have you around. Well, it's high time as you found the same dude you misuse on your way up. You might meet up on your way down. says for you. But the same sun rises, sets, and shines on the poor folks too. I don't mind you turning around. I myself might like to find a little higher ground. Well, it's high time that you found the same people you misuse on your way up. You might meet up on your way down. Here we go. That's a tune called On Your Way Down, written by the late great Allen Toussaint. New Orleans musical royalty, one of the greatest songwriters, producers, and piano players that we've ever seen. And that song's been covered by a lot of great artists. My favorite version is, of course, by Little Feat and Lowell George. It's on the Waiting for Columbus album, which is an album I listened to religiously back starting when I was probably about 19. But the Allen Toussaint version is a little different, a little funkier, but he was from New Orleans, you know. My two favorite cities for music are Chicago and New Orleans. And, you know, I grew up as a Chicago blues purist, but then when I started listening to Professor Longhair and Allen Toussaint and the Meters and Dr. John and Snooks Eaglin and so many other people, I fell in love with so much in New Orleans music, and I like to incorporate that into my playing. So we just actually started doing this tune within the last year. And my old friend Warren Haynes also covers it. I think he's doing it with Government Mule. It's pretty challenging to play it without a rhythm section, but we've been managing, you know, since World War C broke out. We've done probably about 8 or 10 duo gigs, and just trying to keep that slow funk rhythm happening in your head without that beat, you know. It's a challenge. It's an interesting form. It's got that very long one, and I tend to use the 7 raised 9 chord a lot, which is you know, one of my favorite chords. It's very bluesy. It can be used in minor blues, actually, if you just change one note. But, you know, we don't even have to accent that note. And that straight 7 raised 9 still works. There's your G minor. There's your 7 raised 9. And I do some octave work. I do my octaves there on the D string and the B string. Then I change to the A string and the G string. Pretty simple octaves, just to fatten things up a little bit. What else can I say about that tune? You know, the vocal approach, just trying to sing it with soul and stay on pitch, basically, and I hope I did. So, John, why don't you talk about, you know, for an Allen Toussaint tune, being a piano player, that must be right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's a great song. And I love the Little Feat versions of it too. I've always appreciated Billy Payne's piano playing. There was a fundraiser for Tipitina's just last weekend. Somebody covered it on there too. For this one, playing it as a duo, or in general, really, even playing it with the whole band, it's just about, for me, leaving it plenty of space. As a duo, I stick pretty close to that bass line, just try to keep the time real steady. But it's interesting that you mentioned that raised 9 chord, which maybe seems to feel a lot better on the guitar than the piano. I tend to stick to more of a minor approach with more of my voicings, and so it's a Dorian scale with some passing tones.
Did Dorian Gray invent that scale? Oh,
And I do a lot of full chord movement with it. As long as you land back on the chord that we're basically on, anything between is just kind of passing tones.
Yeah, the one thing I'd say, you know, it's not a 12-bar blues, and some people might say it's not a blues. But to me, it has as much blues feeling and blues message in the lyrics and in the groove than any blues I know. I mean, keep that in mind, all you blues purists out there who just want to play 1-4-5, you know, and shuffles and slow blues. That tunes like this have a really heavy blues feeling, even though they're not blues structured. So I think I'll leave it at that.